So that's us done here at the London Dungeon, and if you can't hear it in the background, they're actually playing the music from The Vampire at Chessington. So it's interesting to hear it here. Obviously they feel it's a bit gothic for the new story. Obviously the dungeon is the dungeon. A lot of the scenes are very similar. The witches here is a particularly strong scene. And then some of them, like the plague scene, where you just all squeeze together in a tiny little house, gets a bit dull. They've also resurrected Guy Fawkes, the scene with the talking head and Guy Fawkes. The last few times we've been, that room has been used the other way round, so it was interesting to see that back again. Dracula, Victorian Nightmare was a beautiful little set. It's in the box. We often talked about the spare box that comes after Sweeney Todd and before Jack the Ripper. It was in that box. It was beautifully laid out, and obviously you get introduced to Dracula. And using one of the tricks that dungeons uses a lot: darkness, disappearance, sudden appearances. What we liked the most about it was, I don't want to give too much away, I'm going to have to, I suppose, but there was a plant from the audience, and we weren't expecting that. So the girl who got called up looked quite scared. So when things started to happen, it was actually quite exciting to see, because I genuinely thought it was somebody from our group. Yeah, again, as typical dungeons, a couple of sudden scares, well, yeah, darkness, sudden appearances, but yeah, really good fun. The other thing we noticed is that the start of Jack the Ripper has changed a lot. There's I couldn't see the body that used to be there, Mary Kelly. Maybe they've decided to get rid of that because it's a bit too gruesome. The actress walks around the room and talks about different things, and there's a projection of Jack the Ripper appears. You see her being murdered in the window, and you know, there's some flashing lights, and it's just a different way of presenting the Jack the Ripper story. Then the actual mirror maze had more projections on it. We weren't in there very long, but it had projections of like newspapers of the time. So yeah, just a bit of extra technology used on the way. Apart from that, the main Jack the Ripper show in the 10 Bells pub is the same as before. One thing that's really disappointing, if you haven't been to the dungeons for a while, the boat ride isn't working, and nor was the drop ride. So quite a short attraction. By the time you've been judged by the judge, he's just said, right, there you go, your punishment is go back to your normal lives, and you don't have the finale of the drop ride. Not sure why it's not working. We were just ushered out the door back into the gift shop. So yeah, that's it. That was our time here at the London Dungeon. You can probably still hear the vampire music playing in the background, but yeah, the Victorian Dracula Victorian Nightmare is running for the rest of Halloween, and we're going to sign off, and we will see you soon.